All right, everybody, welcome to part 2 of our rational expressions. In this video, we will be adding and subtracting rational expressions with monomials in the denominator. Okay, so let's jump right in and let's do an example of this. So let's say we've got 4 over, let's say 5a cubed b squared, and we are going to add to that 9c over 10ab. Okay, so just like these are just two fractions with variables. Just like with adding fractions, we have to find the LCD like we did in the last video. So, just like before, start with our numbers. Least common multiple of 5 and 10. Well, that's pretty easy. 5 and 10 both go into 10. Okay? Then, move over to your variable. Pick the one with the largest exponent, so a cubed and a. Well, a cubed's our winner. And then b squared and b. Well, b squared is our winner there. So, 10a cubed b squared is our LCD. So what we have to do is we have to get both of these denominators to look like our LCD. Okay? So let's rewrite this. We've got 4 over 5a cubed b squared plus 9c over 10ab. Okay, so what should we multiply over here? Okay, what should we multiply this denominator by to get to 10a cubed b squared? Well, the 5's got to change. We got to go from 5 to 10. Well, that's pretty easy. We just multiply by 2. Okay, now a cubed to a cubed. Well, nothing needs to change there. And b squared to b squared. Well, nothing needs to change there either. So we multiply the bottom by 2. Guess what? We got to multiply the top by 2. Okay, keep everything equivalent. Now, over here, this denominator, 10 to 10, well, nothing needs to change there. But what do we have to multiply a by to get to a cubed? Well, we have to multiply it by a squared. And then b to b squared, well, we got to multiply that by b. Well, guess what? We got to multiply the top by a squared b as well. So that would give us, up top over here, we would have 8 over 10a cubed b squared, which is to be expected since that's our LCD, plus, now we've got 9c times a squared b. Well, that's just 9a squared bc over 10a cubed b squared, which is good because that's what we want. So now, just like adding fractions, all we do is add the top. So 8 plus 9a squared bc over 10a cubed b squared. Look to see if we can factor or cancel anything, and we can't. So this right here would be your final answer. Now, let's do another example of this. Let's say in this example, we've got, let's go 3a squared over 16b squared. Let's subtract this time. Let's say 8x over 5a cubed b. Okay, so again, we need to find our LCD. Well, this is a little bit trickier this time because now we've got 5 and 16. Well, just like before, line up your numbers and factor them. Well, this is pretty easy. This is 5 times 1. This is 4 times 4, which 4 is 2 times 2, and then 4 again is 2 times 2. So our LCD, we write down each factor the maximum number of times it appears. So here 2 appears 4 times, so in our LCD, 2 is going to appear 4 times. 5 only appears once, so it only appears once in our LCD. And 1 only appears once, but we don't really need to put it since 1 times anything is just itself. But we'll put it anyway for yucks. So If you do the arithmetic, this is 2 to the 4th times 5. That gives you 80. So 80 is a good start. That's our number. Now let's move over to our first variable. Let's go to a cubed. Well, here we've got a cubed, and over here we don't have any a. So our winner is a cubed. And we've got b squared and b. Well, we're picking the variable with the highest exponent, so b squared. So this right here is our LCD. So what does it take to get to, let's start over here with this denominator. What does it take 16 to get to 80? Okay, well that's 5. And what about, is there even an a cubed over here? No, there's not. Well, we need to get to a cubed. So let's put an a cubed over here. And then b squared to b squared. Well, nothing needs to change there. So we multiply the top and the bottom by 5a cubed. Now over here, we need to get 5 to 80. Well, we need to multiply 5 by 16. A cubed to a cubed, well, nothing needs to change there. B to b squared, well, we got to change that. We need to multiply it by b. So we're going to multiply the top by 16b as well. Keep everything equivalent. Crucial. So let's do this arithmetic. 5 times 3 gives me 15. And a cubed times a squared, well, you all know how to multiply exponents. You just add them. So this would give me a to the 5th over our least common denominator, which would be 80 a cubed b squared. Now we're going to be subtracting. 8 times 16 is going to give us 128, and then x times b is just bx over, again, our least common denominator, 80 a cubed b squared. So now we just subtract the top, keep the bottom, 128bx over 80 a cubed b squared. Now, we look at the top, there's nothing we can factor out, no common factors, so this is our final answer.